Al wat hy nodig het is inspirasie, 'n kannetjie spuitverf en toestemming. En dankzij 'n nuwe selfregulerende permit het veral laasgenoemde aansienlik makliker geraak vir Kaapse graffiti-kunstenaar Falko One. Dit is reeds meer as 22 jaar dat hy sy kuns op Suid-Afrikaanse mure beoefen, maar in die verlede was dit nie altyd so maklik nie.
You know, when I started, and this is something that's actually the important part of why we have graffiti. We started in 1988, and the people before us started in 1983, because I'm second generation, not first. We started when it was still apartheid. So the apartheid, the struggle and all that kind of affected the growth of graffiti art, you know. Because we had to be inside by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening, and if they caught you with a spray can, they would consider it political graffiti or intend to do like guerrilla, anti-government graffiti. So it was very difficult for us.
Die apartheidsdae is egter verby en Falko is nou die eerste Kaapse graffiti-kunstenaar wat die bureaukratiese rompslomp wat met graffiti-kuns gepaard gaan amptelik sy stap, dankzij sy goeie verhouding met die Kaapse stadsraad. 'n Nuwe selfregulerende permit wat Falko nou toe om self al die nodige papierwerk te behartig.
Well, the self-permitting thing works is credible artists, credible meaning that I've worked with the city, not credible in the quality of your work, credible as in you have a relationship with the city and knowing what you do, and they can trust that the outcome is going to be okay. So they give you this letter. With this letter I can go to any private wall, business I think, and ask, can I paint on your wall? People say yes, I just fill out the form and I send it through to the city at the end.
Is it a good thing?
With regards to the self-permit, the self-permit has been, the idea of it has been around for 3 or 4 years already, you know. And it's been a lot of tug of war, yes, no, why, we don't want it, we don't want you to regulate. But at the end of the day, the question is, do you want to work against the system or do you want to work with the system? And how far do you want to get if you choose either or, you know? And at my age, I've been doing graffiti for 22 years, I've paid my dues, and I've got a long-term plan, you know? And the reality is, I don't have the ability to fight the system and at the same time try to make a living. You know, the younger kids who still live at home and trying to be underground and hardcore, yeah, they are like, nah, screw the system. So good for them. I was also one of those kids once upon a time, you know. But you mature, you develop, you change, osmosis and mitosis and whatever. You know, you become a different person, and yeah, I decided to take what was offered and use it, because with the bylaws they have cleaned up most of the graffiti art in Mitchell's Plain, and Mitchell's Plain is the mecca of graffiti art in South Africa. So how does it make sense that the capital of the origin of where graffiti art comes from that scene doesn't exist anymore, because the kids are on the ground are too hardcore about it? So I'm saying, screw that, you know, I'm going to get the permit, I'm going to come back to Mitchell's Plain, and I am going to paint here for the next 2 months and rejuvenate what once was the glory days.
Sy werk as graffiti-kunstenaar het hom al reg oor die wêreld geneem, maar na al die jare is Falko se hart nog steeds in Mitchell's Plain. Dis is dit hier waar hy besluit het om sy Mirror On The Wall-projek van stapel te stuur.
Every year I want to do Mirror On The Wall, and then I do the Once Upon a Town, where we find a little town, we go in, we heat it up. You know, I think those are works that make me happy, you know, and I want to try and get away from just doing commissions all the time, because it's kind of just work, and at the end of the day, when I look at my portfolio, I look back and I'm like, shit, I can't use any of these works because it wasn't for me, you know? So like Mirror On The Wall, Once Upon a Time, it's all for me, makes me happy, and that's what I want to be, happy.